My name is Philip Cooper, and I came to the YWCA as an after-school and summer camp counselor in 2011. In 2007, I committed some serious crimes, and I ended up going to prison for 3 years and 4 months. And so at that point in time, I done some reflecting, and I made some major changes in my life while I was in prison. It was very challenging for me when I got out because I had all this motivation wanting to do right. I had my kids, I had committed to change, committed to recovery, but then on the hunt for a job, I was just getting no success. They would ask about, had you been convicted of a crime other than a traffic violation, and I would have to check that box, and it was depressing having to check that box because in my mind, when I seen that question, I would already disqualify myself. After trying to find a job with no avail, I was at church, and it's a lady that was running the after-school enrichment program, summer camp, and all of that at the YWCA. And she knew that I was good with kids because I was helping out a lot at church, and she told me to apply, and I done so, and ended up being my first job right here at the YWCA. I learned as I was working here because I didn't know that what all the YW was about even. And I was seeing these t-shirts that stand against racism and people talking about equality and equity and all this stuff. Like I said, I was fresh out of prison. I had no clue. I thought this place was just a gym. I started to hear about Stand Against Racism. I learned that every year, the YWCA hosts events, panels, discussions, all kinds of stuff in April to bring awareness to the negative impacts of racism and build community with others working for racial justice. So remember when I said I had to check a box when I was applying for jobs? It was at the Stand event that we talked about how this checkbox on the application was a first line of discrimination by employers and a barrier to people getting work and getting their life on track. And a result of that Stand conversation was that 6 major employers in Buncombe County removed the question from their employment applications asking about previous convictions. I knew what my situation was like when I got out. It was challenging. But now it's like we're fighting for people that's coming out in the future, and we have organizations like the YWCA behind it, so it made it even more powerful. In my full-time role at the YMI, I'm the Director of Workforce Development, and the name of my program there is Operation Gateway, where we provide wraparound services for people who are entering into the workforce, and we're addressing those barriers to employment. That's what the wraparound services is all about, because there are things that happen outside of the workplace that people need assistance with so that they can retain jobs. Dismantling systemic racism, it's a marathon, not a sprint.